Hi everyone. At the age of 21, I left home and moved to Edinburgh, where I'd recently started a new job. I met new friends through work, and I had also met a good circle of friends through college as well. So I had a good circle of friends and a good social life. A trip to the pub on a Friday night was normal. However, as the years went on, and this became a regular pattern where Saturdays were spent, shall we say, recovering. There was one particular night where, without going into too much detail, I gave myself a bit of a fright and realised that really something in my life had to change. I also realised at the same time that I had become a rather selfish and self-centred individual. All I wanted to do was have a good time. Nothing else, and no one else really mattered apart from that. At that same time, my mum started to attend St John's Evangelical Church in Linlithgow with a friend that she worked beside at the time. I became curious. Who was this Jesus? How could he help me in my life? I had gone to Sunday school in Bridge of Allan as a young child, but apart from that, I had never really thought about Jesus, considered him in any way relevant. So, as I started to go to church, I started to ask myself, well, how can Jesus love me? How can he forgive me my sins? And for a while I couldn't quite believe that he would. But another turning point came when a group of us went to see Tony Campolo in Glasgow one Saturday night, and he was very clear in his message. If you invite Jesus into your life, he does love you and he does forgive you. At the end of that, I went forward for prayer and invited Jesus into my life. A year after that, I started going to Southleith Baptist Church in Edinburgh. A number of people who I knew through Bethany Christian Trust attended that church, and they showed me that through their experiences, God does love and God does forgive. So I now had a new circle of friends who had Jesus in their lives. They were like-minded people. A number of years later, I had grown slightly weary of city life, so I moved back through to this area and started going to St John's Evangelical Church in Linlithgow. There, I met a group of friends who had become involved in the Life of Jesus plays at Dundas Castle each June. This was a tremendous experience getting involved in this, and grew my faith, and also grew my knowledge of Jesus' life from his birth through to his death. It was a great experience, and again showed me God's forgiveness and love at work. It is all still very much a work in progress, but I know that having Jesus in my life gives me inner strength and purpose. And if I spend time with Jesus in prayer and in reading his word, he does love and he does forgive.